Hello everyone! Today we will talk about everything we already know about Xiao. So let's get started.
Oh yeah, rock on!
Gee, Luke! Oh, I can't stand him. Sayonara Special!
If you are here, you already know Xiao is an DPS unit based on high numbers to do much damage as possible. But do you know the real problem for building this character? Come with me and see. Xiao, unfortunately, is an animal character, what means he can't use Viridian Descent set 4th piece to boost his own damage. Instead of this, if you want to use him as a primary unit on the field without the elemental reactions, you should be going for Gladiator set, which is really hard to get good pieces. But if you want to build a super reactive team around him, you can use Beidou, Xiao, and Barbara to reinforce his Electro Hydra reactions and give him a lot of sustain. If you go this way, you probably can use Viridian Descent 4th piece set properly to annihilate your enemies with the fastest animation alive, because this combination will do most of the time electro damage with Beidou Ultimate, Xiao Ultimate, and Barbara's elemental skill reactions infused on Xiao Swirl, and benefit yourself from the resistance decrease with 4th piece animal set. If you want to run him as a primary DPS, but not using elemental reactions as priority to make him work, you can run him with Ningwen, Animal Traveler, and Q per second unit like Barbara, Xingqiu, or Chichi. Now, you probably are asking me, why I should run such a strange composition with my husband? Well, that it is. Ningwen and Animal Traveler had a very good trick to trap the mobs in the corner of Ningwen Jack's stream. So, if you use Traveler Ultimate with Ningwen, you won't need to chase the monsters with the Hurricane. What's pretty incredible to use Xiao, because the Animal Hurricane on 6-6 have an animal resist debuff who will just be sweet with Xiao Ultimate. If you have Shongli, you can use his pillar to stop the Hurricane too. That's a cool mechanic to use to boost your damage using Traveler, so keep in mind. You probably already know you will need Noblesse Oblige on one character to boost his normal attack number to do more damage, right? So we have 2 more sets to choose from his teammates that are Maiden Beloved on his healer, because he eventually will need one, and a CBD piece unit set like Crimson Witch or Thundering Furry. You can mix 2 pieces Noblesse Oblige if you want to prioritize the elemental burst interactions when Xiao is on the field. Now, we will talk about possible banners. Are those Xiao, Ningguang, Barbara Beidou, Xiao, Ningguang, Beidou, Ziona, Xiao, Ningguang, Barbara Razor, Xiao, Ningguang, Barbara Xinyang, Xiao, Ningguang, Razor Xinyang, Xiao, Ningguang, Giona Xinyang, Xiao, Ningguang, Giona Razor. I think the Xiao, Ningguang, Barbara Beidou have 70 chance, because these characters synergize so much with his kit, and they aren't too close to him to put in the banner. So I think he can use pretty much over 100% of the potential with Beidou and Barbara, but Ningguang it's like a Joker, because she didn't arrive in any other banner after Tartaglia. We think she probably will come this way. So keep that in mind. It's just uh, supposition. So now we will talk about his 4-star possible weapons. We will start with Prototype Star Glitter. It's good enough for a ult-based Xiao gameplay. If you want to conquer demons, there's your weapon. You will have like perma ult, so keep that in mind and be happy. We have Crescent Pike? Yes. Crescent Pike. This weapon has the highest free-to-play base attack number. His passive is useless until you do bonus additional damage. Keep it in mind you have 2 charges from your elemental skill. So you can keep this passive up almost 100 of the time. It's like a perma passive, so it will increase the DPS for Xiao, but the substats from this weapon didn't scale so good with him because it's physical damage and not whatever he likes, so it's more or less not so cool and not so bad. It's like a mediocre weapon and you will just get this because of the base stats, so it's not too good for him. Okay, well, we go for the Dragon Spine Spear. Please don't use this. It's even bad about Crescent Pike because his base stats is not so cool and his passive is almost nothing on Xiao. Okay. After that we have the Royal Spear. It's better than Crescent Pike. You can prioritize crit damage rolls on artifacts and just let the passive do the upscale on your crit periodically. So it's a good benefit from this passive. You can really use him as Xiao, but if his Ascension stats is crit hate, you don't wanna like lose these stats because of this passive, so it's not too good but not too bad. If you see, we don't have so much possibilities with 4 stars weapons, so it's one of the better ones but not a perfect fit from Xiao. Okay. We have the Favonius Lance. Please don't use Favonius Lance, please. And then we have Deathmatch. This weapon is like Royal Spear, but your crit hate is stable just from the start. It's a cool option without RNG, but you can't count of this crit hate so much because it's like your Ascension stats already have this. You have substats rolls on your artifacts like crit hate, so it's not so cool because of his Ascension stats. But if they change this to animal damage bonus, it will be so nice. So keep that in mind. the other passive from this weapon, like the attack percentage on solo or team fights with monsters, it will give you a huge mass DPS increase on your Xiao because he has an super high attach number on level 80, 90, so it's pretty cool to use this on him. So keep that in mind. And finally, to the 5-star weapons. Vortex Vanquisher, it's nice because of his high attack scaling passive. Can be better if you have a shield to protect him. Your husband, like Zhongli, Shorin, Zhongli, yeah, Diona, or even Beidou Shield with Constellation probably will be good. So if you have this polearm, just go. It will be nice. Primordial Jade Winged Spear. That's a lot of damage. Please, if you have this, just use. It increases your damage bonus at flat states. What? And it increases your attack damage. So, why don't you use this? But you answer me. Oh, it's because to create hate on substats. Okay. But if you have this much passive effects with damage, with a character, you can build only crit damage. That probably should be good. So, why don't you try? I think it will be nice. So much nice. And then we go for Skyward Spine. This weapon, it's not so good, not so bad. She has a bit of everything. And can maintain you Xiao perma-muted. It's cool at all. You have bonus attack speed, you have crit hate, you have like a Crescent Pike passive with a little less damage per second, but it's cool. You have so much good things you already want him, so it's nice. And then we'll talk about the Staff of Homa. This unfortunately not was released yet, but this will be the best weapon for Xiao and Hu Tao because of his marvelous interaction with low HP, high damage passive. If it comes this way, like we have on leaks, just pull this and explode everything. Capiche? Thanks guys for everyone who watched this until the end. So if you want, you can please comment something on description. If you want to talk about Xiao, you feel free to use the comments. If you want to like, you can. If you want to dislike, you can too. So let's get going and wish you luck for getting Xiao. So until February, peace.